Welcome, everybody. This is the Non-Mean Show, Episode 2, Season 3. I'm your co-host, Shoot the Artist.
I'm No Face Rel, and today we got somebody that's personally one of the most funniest guys that I know, Comedy Wiz.
Appreciate that. Nah, I mean, it's good to be on the Nah, I mean show. Nah, I mean, what time it is, y'all know I mean.
Nah, I mean, it's a fact, you know. So before we get into the episode, Comedy Wiz, give the people a little intro on who is Comedy Wiz.
Well, I'm a content creator. I do stand-up comedy. It's not the easiest job. You don't get paid at all,
Bruh.
But as far as that, you get to make a lot of jokes on people. So if you don't like no one, crack it up.
That's a fact. Oh, so shout out to Comedy Wiz, we're going to get right into it, it's Black History Month, so the way we're going to start it off this episode is that we're going to start it off with our African-American pioneers in history, so I'm going to go first. Mine is Samuel J. Battle. He was the first black officer in NYPD's police department, starting at 1911. That's when he first got signed on to the job, But during his years of service, he proved that he was vital to the community that he was serving, to the point that he received several promotions throughout his career, where in 1926, he became the first black sergeant in the NYPD. Then following that, 9 years later, 1935, he became the first black lieutenant in the NYPD, so he was making strides the whole time. And that it don't end there. In 1941, to end off his career, he became the first black parole commissioner. So he was able to directly help disenfranchised African-American males that was in the system go on parole and make sure they don't return to the system, so let's give
That's a round of applause right
there. Yeah, that's a fact. Let's give a shout out to Samuel J. Battle, If it wasn't for him, he wouldn't been able to pave the way for our future generations of black police officers helping the community out,
That's true. So for my African-American pioneer that I got this week is Gladys Mae West. Now, if you guys haven't heard of Gladys Mae West, she is the mother of, the GPS technology. So
if you get lost, that's the person right there.
That's a fact.
So back in 1956, people, so in 1956, she was picked up by the U.S. Naval Surface Warfare Center.
What?
That's down in Virginia. And
my home, okay.
So, this is uncommon to go on to get hired for that. And she got hired as a mathematician. And doing so, they wanted her to learn and use the new supercomputers that have been recently installed at the center. And with that, she was going to learn, basically analyze and collect some satellite data over the years. And she was able to write algorithms and eventually was able to locate, Earth models. So basically, she could see, from here to the other side of the world just by, locating satellites. So
okay,
yeah,
that's pretty cool right there.
You always seen with her, then I mean.
But
yeah,
to go deeper into it, so the U.S. Department of Defense, they eventually picked up on this technology that they were using, and they eventually was able to develop the global positioning system. And which is in today's world, the GPS.
That's fire. Okay. I use Google Maps every day.
So, in 1980, that's when they eventually made it for the population to use, and so shout out to Gladys Mae West.
Yes.
Without her, you'll definitely be lost,
Yeah,
so.
Literally.
Yeah, because using the maps back in the days was the hardest things.
Yeah.
They never put where you at. You don't open the map and be like, you're here right here. You got to buy it at the store and say,
yeah.
You're here.
And then you got to find your location on the map. And then you got to find out the landmarks around where you at so you can have a genuine idea, but you don't know down to the pinpoint.
And they don't tell you where the checkpoints at for all the hustlers. I don't know. I'm just telling y'all.
Yeah, facts. So shout out to Gladys, we appreciate it. Also, she's still alive. I think she's 92 years old. So if y'all know her, reach out to her, get as much interviews with her as you possibly can before she passes on, because she has a lot of knowledge. I feel like the amount of knowledge she's had and probably gained and learned over the years, she could probably give someone the source who got the resources to create a whole new thing You feel me? That's unregulated something. Switch up
True,
the
true,
market, you
true.
know? So going into our community insights, you know, I got a few, you know. One of my first ones is the South End Grocery. You know, if y'all don't know what South End Grocery is, if you live in Albany, you remember that McDonald's downtown on Pearl Street. It's not there no more. It's a grocery store now, you know? So the building is still serving the same purpose, except the food is more healthier and it doesn't attract unwanted residents, you know? So shout out to South End Grocery for fixing the food desert problem over there. You know, for most South End residents, the closest grocery store they have to go to is Price Chopper, which is on Lark Street. You know, that's a whole 2-3 miles away for certain people. If you living on 2nd Ave, Whitehall Road, come on now, that's mad far. Like, so shout out to South End Grocery for at least distancing the gap for people and their food.
Cool. So my community insight, it's a little bit different this week for y'all folks. So I'm gonna start it off. Do you guys like paranormal activity or UFO sightings and stuff like that? You guys into that?
I'm into it.
Well, this summer, the X-File Museum, they're going to be coming out to Saratoga, and they're going to be having a fan fest for you folks.
The X-Files?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And with that being said, there's going to be people from the cast.
The original show?
Oh my
God.
Yes.
So we're looking to check out that experience, y'all. Like, they're going to have a couple, type of different exhibits going on, and they're going to be able to have signed autographs. So go get your poster. That's something I look forward to. I believe it's like July 7th through the 8th.
Okay.
So you get 2 days. So
That's a fact.
check out the X-Files
You
Museum.
know? Also, I don't know about y'all, but when I was a kid, I used to be that kid that stay up and everyone sleep and the X-Files come on.
Oh, yeah.
And that creepy theme music come on. I'd be so traumatized. Like I'll be paralyzed with fear under the cover until the music stopped. And then if you watch it too, it's just a bad experience altogether, you know? Go to sleep early as a kid, you know? But yeah, continuing community insights, we have the Capital Region Art Center having over $500,000 available in grants. You know, but not anybody can get these grants. These grants is exclusive to individual artists and nonprofit organizations. So if you're an individual artist out there, no matter what your craft may be, or if you're a nonprofit organization like a church or pantry or a charity, you know, go apply. You know, you might be able to get some funding for your next project or two or what you're trying to do, you know?
True. So to go deeper and start our topics today, I have to just give a congratulations to a legend, a living legend. And
Okay.
we're going to give a shout out to LeBron James, man. Like,
Okay, LeBron.
The GOAT.
passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for most points in the NBA. Now,
Yeah.
I didn't watch LeBron for the last 21 years, and I feel like some people know LeBron more than they know some of their family members.
That's a fact.
That's true. That's true.
Just watching his game and what he's been given to it. And to get 38,000 points, man, like that.
And that's his lifetime career.
Yeah, so that's just like a crazy achievement for him. So shout out to LeBron, man.
Round of applause,
That's amazing right there, you know? Keeping on the topic of honorable mentions, we have Elijah Muhammad Jr., he's a 13-year-old young black man from Oklahoma, and he just recently got admitted into college. He's going to OCCC out in Oklahoma, and he is starting his associates. He just started his associates year last month, January, and he's majoring in, what is he majoring in? Engineering. Ooh. Computer engineering. So he's going to be lit, and he's on such a fast track that once he graduates, he's going to graduate with his high school diploma and his associate's degree at the same time. Mind you, he's only 13.
Wow.
So by the time he gets 23 next 10 years, he might already have his doctorate. He's moving in an incredible fast pace. So my thing is let's be better parents to our children, because he wouldn't have gotten there if he didn't have the love and respect and the time and nourishment from his family members, his parents, or whatever, So really it takes a village to raise that child.
True.
'Cause that could be all of us if we have the right resources and elements and someone who actually knows something that could teach us something. You know, we could get there. So shout out to young Elijah Muhammad Jr., you know?
13. That's good. That's good.
That's a fact.
So we looking at some news up in the pop culture for you folks. So we looking at Michael Jackson's estate is looking to sell his publishing, you know, his whole catalog, you know.
Damn.
And, you know, they're looking at around 800 to 900 million.
Bruh.
You know.
800, 900 million?
Yeah.
So
we looking at close to $1 billion here, people. Yeah, for real. Like, and now, you know, Sony has a little bit tie-ins with the whole.
Yeah, they got
music
PC.
career. So I don't have the full details yet, but this is gonna play out in a real
Interesting way.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes out.
You gotta spend money to make money, huh?
Yeah, and
true.
also
And that you're gonna have a lot of money to come back. Though.
exactly, that's a fact. And also looking back at what I was talking about Elijah Muhammad Jr. with Michael Jackson, look at his father, Joe Jackson. If he didn't put in that work trying to train his kids to be the best that they can be, regardless of what they wanted, you're going to have this skill and talent. This case wouldn't even be going down. Almost $1 billion would not be on the table if it wasn't for the work of Joe Jackson and his wife. You feel me?
True. Round of applause for him too.
You know?
The good ways, the good things.
Yeah, that's
not
a fact.
the bad things.
Yeah.
The good things he did.
All positivity,
Positive,
you know? Sticking on to pop culture, we have this, I don't know what the right word to use for this company. It's notorious, nefarious, it's different. It's called Mischief, you know? And they dropped the Asteroid Boy Big Reds. You feel me? The Astro Boy Big Reds, you know? Basically, it's a giant big red boot that's just like Asteroid Boy boot from the 2009 movie, and it's for $350. And people out here buying it, they wearing it. Me, I don't really care.
Looking like Mega Man out here.
Yeah, not even. That I don't want the asteroids. I don't want the asteroids. I want the Mega Mans, you know? But mind you, Mischief isn't the only company that's experimenting with this crazy footwear. Like, is this a crazy footwear era? We got Prada trying to push these bigger boots, you feel me? What else? We got people like J.W. Anderson. They just dropped some frog-looking shoes at a fashion show at Fashion Week a couple weeks ago, you feel me? It's crazy. What is going on? What else we got?
And the prices on these shoes is ridiculous.
Yes.
Exactly. We and then some of these shoe concepts is not even shoes. Like you got Loewe's, they made some shoes that sprout grass. Why do I want a walking lawn?
You gonna plant everywhere you go. They gonna find you from the door. Everywhere you go.
Exactly. And then you also have this other company, I forgot the exact name of it, but they basically they made a shoe with some water in it, called it the Jesus whatevers. I think it was Mischief that made these too. And basically the concept is so you could feel like you're walking on water like Jesus. But like right where that bubble will be is water.
Well, we live in New York, so we know the water's gonna freeze if you try to wear it in the type of weather out here. I'm sorry to tell y'all that. Holy water will be frozen water.
That's a fact. You really gonna have them icy feet.
And y'all need to start working out then, because y'all want to wear the action figure boots and stuff, because y'all gonna have them little big bottoms and little tops, It's gonna look funny, looking like on the Schwarzenegger feet. And you got,
Thanks, you gotta fill out
Chris
the rest
Rock
of the
body.
boot.
You don't want that. You don't want to walk around with that.
No, that's a fact, So to avoid that type of stuff, make sure. I don't even think they sell these things in sizes. I think it's a one size fit all. So good luck.
One bad foot fit all bad fit.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I was saying.
Yeah.
We get it.
You gotta have bad feet to know what I'm saying.
Like, don't get your foot stuck trying to be Asteroid Boy. Now for Halloween, we better see a bunch of Asteroid Boys out here. You feel me? So so we got another honorable mention. We got the Bob Ross movie that's coming out soon. It's directed by Academy Award nominee Max Winkler. I never heard the person, but
Still go give him applause.
Yeah, you know, people out there putting
success.
in work.
That's all that matters.
You know, so y'all should be looking forward to a Bob Ross type movie either later this year or early next year. So be on the lookout for that. You know, that's my inspiration.
Yeah, you know, he's the big painter over here. We call him the Black Bob Ross over here.
Black Bob.
But yeah, man, we looking to get into one of our favorite segments.
You know, it's called Economy Talk. You know, as you remember from season 2, we had Crypto Talk. Now it's Economy Talk. Listen, y'all, we getting into it. We talking about the oil shortages. Why is gas so high? Why it's not enough oil? Why they doing this? Why they doing that? Listen, we're going to get into it. I got 5 points for y'all on what's contributing to the oil shortages.
Wow.
You know, some of these reasons contribute more than others, you know, but it's these 5, I want you to think about it on your daily, day-to-day, like, dang, gas is $10 because OPEC is over here wilding. You feel me? Talking about OPEC, we getting into it. So OPEC is the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. And basically, for you guys who don't know, to put in blatant terms, they're the plug for oil. For the world, they're the global plug. So think about it. We got 167 countries on the planet. At least 80 countries is copping their oil from OPEC. 80 countries. And all these countries that's copping their oil from OPEC is not third world countries. You feel me? Most of them is here, U.S. You got China, Europe, you feel me? Australia. So a lot of these places need oil, you know? And then on top of that, we have a global demand. We have a global demand for oil. So on top of OPEC being the plug, that's point 1. They're putting production cuts and restrictions on how much oil is being produced. So if you have a plug for something, you know, you do shirts, you sell shirts. If the person that's making the shirts is making production cuts, they not making as much shirts. Now they putting restrictions on how much shirts you could get, when you could get it, how that's going to affect your business. Now think about it in terms of oil on a global scale. The U.S. needs oil. OPEC said, listen, we used to give y'all 100 million barrels of oil. We're making production cuts. We're giving y'all 50 million. Also, if y'all want this oil, y'all have to fund X amount of different projects going on in the region. If y'all want this oil, that's the restriction. You feel me? That's the requirement. Before you just like, here, take it, give me your money. Now it's like, I need your money. I need political support. I need some military artillery. Come on now, you feel me? And then mix that in with the global demand. Us regular people at the bottom need oil for regular things. Cooking oil, driving oil. You feel me?
True.
It's crazy. Not even for energy wise. We use oil for a lot. It's petroleum that they're exporting. So petroleum turns into plastics for our cars, for these microphones we use, and all of that. So oil is a very important resource right now. So going into our third one, we got geopolitical tensions. So people are using oil as a weapon to not help other countries. So for example, if we got Venezuela and Chile beefing, but Venezuela know Chile needs oil, but Venezuela has an oil reserve, they're directly not going to sell to Chile. Chile got to go to Brazil. They got to go somewhere else.
They got to struggle.
But Venezuela right there.
Yeah. So
right there.
So it's way more now to get that oil. Man.
Exactly. You know, so they're going to make them give up an arm, a leg, and a foot just to get their oil when their competitor is right there. Like, we giving y'all the money, but because it's geopolitical tensions, oh, we want this particular piece of land, or we want this lake, or we want this farmland. Oh, you don't want to give this up? Okay, bet. We going to put restrictions on you, you know?
It used to be all about the money. Now it's like all about properties too, you know?
Exactly.
They got to have some PC long time down the road. They don't want short no more. They like, all right, yeah, this money, it runs out.
Exactly.
We can't have it for years. So if we get some property that we know is going to receive some, we always going to have a gold mine.
True.
Exactly. You know, it's all about the long-term tangible benefits, you know, and staying on the geopolitical, because this is just still point 3. I got 2 more points. Geopolitical tensions. Remember when Trump was in office during the Trump administrations, and he put all these tax cuts and not tax cut. He put all these restrictions and sanctions on China. You feel me? So stuff was slow, But not just China got these sanctions. You got a lot of Middle Eastern countries, Asian countries, some African countries, some South American countries. So with all these sanctions, America's winning because these other countries have to pay the premium to send their products to America to be sold because we're the premium consumer country. That's why we the biggest in global spending power, GDP, and all of that. So watch out what's going on, especially for my people that's trying to do international business. Do your research on what's the laws in certain countries, because certain countries you can't deliver to if you from a certain country. They not taking nothing. So you got to do the reroute. When you take a flight, you got to do a connecting flight.
Got to get a bird, send it off through the jungle.
Listen,
just to Zimbabwe right there. Just
exactly.
No Amazon there,
Yeah, And some countries don't even use the postal code.
Yeah.
So it's crazy out there. So getting into the fourth point on these oil shortages. This is something that a lot of us can relate to. It's the climate change. It's the extreme climate changes recently, from tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, rainstorm, hailstorms, These catastrophic extreme weather events can damage the infrastructure that we put in place for the oil. So say if we're mining some oil, we doing fracking, a tornado come and destroy this equipment we just spent $10 million on. Now that's a direct shortage and demand of oil for people in that area that could have got some oil. But because this hurricane wanted to come through, this tornado came through, destroyed the infrastructure, destroyed all of that, they can't even get the oil. So now people in advance is already saying, hey, I wanted this oil. Now you can't even get your oil now. So now it's a predetermined shortage because the oil, they didn't make the oil yet. They didn't mine it yet. They determined, okay, we're gonna mine this amount of oil in this amount of time. So by then we should have this. So since the infrastructure destroyed, now you gotta get another 10 million. Who's funding this? This company probably only had 10 million.
Yeah.
Now your company bankrupt now. Now you gotta get someone to buy you out, or you gotta go to a smaller project. But smaller project means less oil production. That means you less money on the table. So yeah, then we have international players like Saudi Arabia and Russia. You feel me? Who have their own natural oil reserves, over thousands and thousands of tons of oil in their own natural oil reserves, So those two players alone is crippling the whole oil economy. Yeah, Saudi Arabia is part of OPEC, but Saudi Arabia has the most oil out of all of the countries in OPEC. Mind you, with the Ukrainian-Russia war right now, you see most of it is about oil. Why you think they saying our global oil supply is damaged? You feel me? Because you got Russia, which is the main supplier for Europe. Now you got Saudi Arabia, which is the main supplier for Asia and most of Africa. True. Because if you look on the map, Saudi Arabia is right between most of Asia and right next to Africa. Boom. So Russia's providing this part, Saudi Arabia providing this part, and then over here in the U.S., we got Texas and stuff like that. Like, we have oil in the U.S. We just like to import a lot of stuff so we don't have to make money. We don't have to spend money trying to build the infrastructure. But we got stuff over here. So if you got these two countries going through turmoil and they say, listen, y'all got paid we taxing y'all. Y'all got paid a premium for this oil.
Yeah.
Y'all got to pay. If not, oh, well, we good. So why you think Russia don't care what's going on right now? Because we need oil. And they're using this oil as a safe haven asset. So, yeah, I know that I got the oil. I know that you need oil. To reserve the peace between us, I need you to buy this oil. That's it.
Yeah, so greed and power thing.
Exactly. And then it's vice versa. If I know we beefing, what's the quickest way we could get cool? If I'm buying from you, I'm putting money directly into your economy. So, that's my economy talk, y'all.
I don't think that segment could have been said any better than how you put it. So shout out to economy talk.
Yes, big shout out.
So we're gonna be going with would you rather this week. And my first would you rather is, would you rather 10 years in the future or 10 years in the past?
That is, woo.
Yeah, you feel the tension. So
I gotta go back in the past.
That's a smart. That's what I was picking.
I gotta go back. Especially if I got my current knowledge, yeah, give me that. I'm going back.
Round of applause to that. Yeah,
I'm going back.
Yeah, the future is very uncertain, you know.
Yeah.
So to go 10 years into the future.
You might fast forward into being a bum.
yeah.
That'd be tight. I'm like,
yeah, for real, you really would.
Yeah, so somebody in their head, they might automatically think, oh, I might be. With my current mindset now, I should be rich in 10 years. So it's like, all right. And then.
Yeah, I would change it. I will go back, fix everything. I will focus, like the schooling a lot and doing everything. I would start being a comedian when was getting kicked out of class. Like,
facts. I'm going to be a comedian when I grow up.
Being a class clown, I was getting in trouble for. I should have been getting paid instead of getting in trouble.
Yeah, true.
See?
I'm doing sets
now
in the bathroom.
I tell all the kids, it's a structure. Hey, you funny. Bring you out of class. You could be a stand-up comedian and get paid for it. It starts with recording yourself right now. So when you're going to say something to the teacher, say something funny, record it, you're going to get 1 million views. And that's from you. You're going to be a bad kid right there. You're going to take off and you're going to have a role being a bad kid.
Exactly. I wish we had that back then.
Yeah.
Like, that's the roadmap to virality as a being bad in class. Like, it's horrible on a social aspect that someone can go viral off of being disrespectful to their teacher.
Yes,
but that's the country we live in. That's our current society, and it's coming from the top down.
Yeah.
This is going on. It's not no grassroots movement.
Yes, like you see the classroom talks and stuff. You be seeing the banging on the desk when they're canning. That's stuff that we used to do regularly. So
exactly, and that's why it's important to choose wisely if you do go back in time. What you about to do with this newfound knowledge?
Yeah.
Some people they still only know what they knew 10 years ago. So it don't matter if they go back or forward, they at the same place.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's crazy.
So one of my would you rathers is, would you rather travel anywhere in the world for free or know every language on the planet?
I'm gonna have to choose know every language planet because
smart man.
With that, I could just I could walk into different cultures and be able to find out what's really going on and pop.
So you could be in Africa and New York. That's what you're saying, huh?
Yeah. So know, I could walk into different cultures and be able to pick up on things, business matters or health, and just the lifestyle of different things. And
yep.
Because that certain words in different languages mean a whole different tone.
Yeah, or they got words that we don't even have a word for over here.
So I would definitely have a different perspective on life with that.
I'm definitely gonna have to pick the travel for free anywhere. You feel me? Because as much as knowing the language is cool, I want to go to the ground. I could go to that country for a month and learn the language there. And then guess what? Imagine you just wake up in the morning. Hey, I want to go to Germany. I get on a free transportation. I call a free Uber to the airport. I get a free plane ticket and go to Germany.
What about when you get to that airport and
TSA?
Yeah. What if you get to that airport and everybody's speaking, the foreign language and
you don't know how to get back?
I know how to get I know how to get back to where I need to get to, I could, but then, yeah, you right. I'm gonna get lost in places, but I could get anywhere for free. I don't have to worry about, I don't got money, so the cab person won't take me. No, take me to the airport. I'm out of here. I don't care where I go. Take me where they speak English.
You could take your mind out, though, with knowing every language. You knowing the roots, the basic. You just taking your mind of all the elements. You feeling like you there. Like you learning and speak to somebody that's French. No level.
Yeah, salut, comment tu vas? You feel me?
Je m'appelle West. Tu t'appelles comment?
Hey, je m'appelle shoot the artist. You feel me? So,
yeah, my next would you rather topic. This one right here is huge for the people. So, would you rather free healthcare or free groceries for life?
Ooh, that's easy for me, man. I'm greedy. I'm going with the food. I'm going with the food, y'all.
Now,
me? I'm gonna have to go with that healthcare because it's certain things food can't fix. Because as much as you could get all the free food and get all the herbs and natural things that you need that cost a high, it's not going to fix if you need a surgery.
True.
Surgeries cost thousands of dollars. Even if like the simple things like your teeth, you need at least $2,000.
True.
To get your teeth pulled. I want free health care. Because I know when I'm in perfect shape and my health is good, I could go grow my garden. I could go grow something for free.
That's true. That's true.
You feel me? So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that free healthcare. And I got asthma, so one of my asthma medicines is like $300 one time.
I got asthma.
That's somebody check that worked 20, 30 hours. You feel me? Yeah. I need that free. That's
I was thinking about the loophole. I was like, all right, I get the food. My brother's gonna grab the health. I'm gonna use his name. And I'm gonna go and ask him, take his health care. He gonna use my food stamps and stuff, and we gonna be successful together.
Facts.
That's what I was thinking.
They just
about,
put $1 million in food stamps. Here you go. I need that. So staying in that area, my would you rather. My other one is, would you rather pay no taxes for 10 years or everyone in the country gets paid the same wage no matter what they do for 10 years? You feel me? So you want to not pay taxes or we all get paid the same wage? Everybody get paid 100 bands a year for 10 years. So it's no discrepancies, no inequality. Everyone got the same money to start off with. It's really monopoly.
See, I was thinking real deep when you just said that, like with everybody being equally paid. I feel like there's gonna be those few people like, no, I gotta be richer than this guy somehow, some way.
Well, it's wrong too because they might have been like, have a higher education on it, like, and now they getting paid the same amount as everyone else. So it's like they did all that work just to get paid the same.
Yeah, you get paid the same for your job. Yeah, I get patient, but it's like you can earn more with skills. You're not saying you limited to that 100,000. It's just if you work in a regular job, no matter what your job is.
So you have 10 jobs then.
Yeah. You want $1 million, go get 10 jobs. Whether you a busboy at a restaurant or the president of the United States, every job is getting the same salary for 10 years.
Oh, I'm gonna have 20 jobs. I'm gonna work in 1 month, just 20 jobs, just everything.
I mean, no, that 100,000 is throughout the year. That shit, yeah.
My yearly,
annual.
I was thinking short term again.
I mean, you could work a month and get 10.
Still gonna claim it on the tax.
You feel me?
Yeah, but I'm thinking about not paying taxes. I mean, we pay taxes on pretty much everything we buy, right? So
yeah.
So I'm gonna have to say no taxes for 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Me, I'm gonna get paid the same with everybody else. Only because it's like, as much as I don't like paying taxes, I feel like when the government does use our tax money in a good, positive way, it really shows and helps. So, for example, like, food stamps, public housing, our tax dollars pay for that. So to know that some of my tax money is going to go feed the next family, a kid has a place to sleep, he got some food, that makes me feel good. Versus if I ain't pay taxes, I know the kids in my family have a place to sleep and some food to eat. I don't know about everyone else. Y'all not getting the extra assistance. It's really you're on your own.
That's true. That's
true.
You
need to learn something. So it's pros and cons to it, but to avoid the alarming rates of homelessness that will happen if they stop paying taxes, I'll just get paid the same with everyone else.
And like you said, we pay with the taxes is being paid to like police, the firemen, the ambulance. So it's like we're looking at a big chaos if nobody's paying taxes.
No protection, no help,
exactly.
A lot of stuff.
But also, what we don't like is when our government says billions of our taxpayer money
for something
to Ukraine.
Yes, exactly.
When we have people here starving, no food, no education, we have food deserts, but you're sending billions of dollars to this other country when they're surrounded by other countries and nobody's helping. Why is the U.S. the only country helping these countries in need?
We're the super big brother.
But it comes what you was talking about earlier. It's like, They have to have some type of
restrictions, requirements.
You gotta have something with it. Oh, if I go help out them, they homeless people there, then they gonna help us out. Well, we need help, but it's not helping our homeless and doing the same thing. It's not scratching each other back.
In this particular situation, they giving them money for oil, and that money is directly helping their citizens. Versus we just get to have oil that's 4 cents less expensive.
Yeah, gas is crazy.
Yeah, so.
Well, it's going down, but gas is still going back up,
Yeah. No fees.
Yeah, man. On this week's Would You Rather. So this one I had to, been doing my little research, and I just ran across this guy called George Santos. I'm not sure if that's his real name. But
Would you rather? Or you did it to yourself?
Oh, yeah, you did it. You did it to yourself.
Okay.
You did it to yourself. So with George Santos, he's in the House of Representatives.
Not George.
And over the years, he has made numerous false claims about his biography, his work history, his criminal record, financial status, his religion. I mean, the list just goes on.
Yeah, the beat just keep going.
Are you serious?
He's fabricated his way into being in the Congress, and there's some news that's coming up about him. He's born in Brazil. That's supposedly what he said.
Supposedly.
Yeah, but
you won't know.
He's did some check frauds out in Brazil as well, and still managed to make his way into Congress. But now, in January, now they're starting to have him under investigation by the feds after all these false claims and stuff like that. So you did it to yourself, building this whole character of who you are.
My only question is, who does the background checks and checks people backgrounds before they become House of Representatives or that? Do you pay for the position? Did he just have money? Like, here, let me be this, or here, I'm gonna help with this project or agenda. Like, how do people like this just get into it? Because my thing is, do he really exist? Is George Santos George Santos? If he lying about everything
else,
only thing he can't lie about is his physical appearance. He probably a whole nother person under a mask, like white chicks. Who knows?
They need DMV workers there to check the background checks.
Yeah,
for him, and then that's how we can see.
Those the best.
They don't play about it. They won't let you pass nothing. Hey, listen, I think you have a tick back in 1992. I wasn't even born then. They don't play about nothing. I tell you,
exactly.
True.
You feel me? So. You did it to yourself.
Did it to yourself, George.
George Santos.
George, right?
Yeah, we gonna get into the lifestyle in depth for you folks, and on this week we gonna be talking about staying focused on your goals, people. I know last week we was basically speaking about when you lost, and what to do. So now that you got up on your feet now and you want to go to the next step, how to stay focused. So your environment. That's something that you got to really think about. That's number one, your environment. Mm-hmm. Where do you live? Who do you spend time with? What do you read? What do you watch? What do you listen to? What is in your daily digest consistently?
That's strong right there.
So that's something that's going to really, be a big, thing on far as like with focusing on your goal. Now with number two, we're going to be talking about your willpower. Where does your willpower stand at, And motivation is a feeling, just like being happy or sad. First sign of trouble, and your motivation is gone, right?
Yeah.
But your willpower is like a muscle. It should never be confused with motivation. Never confuse motivation and willpower as the same things.
Facts.
It allows you to power through those moments of zero motivation. So if you got a strong willpower, that it'll get you through the tough times when things don't look like they're going the right way. So that's something you should have as well. Now,
that's good right there.
Yeah, I agree.
So with number three, your frame of mind. If you have a bias towards negativity, you may anticipate failure before you even begin. So shift your mindset to think positive, like there's no chance I'm failing at whatever I put my mind into. Instead of accepting failure as a likely outcome, you got to just keep having that whole mindset, like, there's no way I'm failing at whatever I do, you know, like.
That's a fact.
That's true.
Like, the water is over there on the other side. Like, I have to get to that water. Like, there's not no, oh, I'm going to possibly drown or.
That's how I'm getting there.
I'm getting there, yeah.
How I'm getting there. And just stay focused and keep that tunnel vision.
Definitely.
And with number 5, people, you got to leverage your task list, you know. You won't become a CEO of a Fortune 500 company overnight. Don't overload yourself with tons of work. You know, you gotta come up with a smart method to basically
organize it
and take it step by step, you know, and don't try to pressure yourself too much like, oh, I'm not getting enough done. You know, life happens. So you gotta consider that as well. You know, you got other things that's going on besides just what you're focusing on. So with number 5, I want you to make your goals loud and visible. I want you to tell your friend, I want you to tell your coworkers, tell the world about what you got going on.
Speak it to existence.
Exactly.
Manifest.
Yep.
Because how am I going to believe that you a comedian if your mom don't know, if your friend don't know?
Not because you're funny looking enough, and just like, how would you know you're a comedian?
You're a comedian?
You know, like, all right, anybody can look funny looking, you know.
You wear it on your sleeve.
Yeah, you know.
So everywhere you go, hey, I'm a comedian. This is what I do, you know. So make sure, don't ever be ashamed of whatever your goal is. You know, if that's what you want to do, like, live that. And like I said, be real loud with it.
Exactly.
That's a round of applause.
Yeah.
I definitely had an input, but like to say, like, I go with mind, body, peace, and soul. That's something that I look up to all the time. So like, if your mind not healthy, your body, your peace, soul, like everything have to be 100 on it. You got to know, control everything.
True.
Like what you were speaking on. So it's like, that's a big thing.
Yeah,
That's
true.
a fact.
Motivation is the key though.
So with my last one for number 6 is, you know, study your craft. Whoever's the best in your field is who you should be looking at. And not to steal the entire process, but, you know, to show yourself how to go about things and little pieces that you can take from them to add to your game to make it better. So make sure you're looking at your counterparts, well, the ones that's at least higher up, you know, and looking how can you get there in that position. So that's my, you know, lifestyle in depth, people.
In depth.
So I want you guys to stay focused on those goals, you know, and, you know.
Stop looking at homeless people and thinking you're going to be rich.
Yeah.
You know, you got to look at billionaires and become a billionaire. That's it.
Yeah, because if you look at homeless people, you might fall and end up with them.
That's the trap right there. You're going to spare change. And
You
you're
gotta
gonna
look up, not down.
Word. So Comedy Wiz, man, where can the people follow or tune into what you got going on?
I'm on Instagram as Comedy Wiz 777, you know. Spiritual person, 7 equal loyalty, brother. A lot of things, you know. Angel, it's a lot of stuff with 7s. I'm on TikTok as Comedy Wiz. Comedy Wiz on everything. YouTube. I'm trying to get into movies and
Okay.
well, I'm always doing the stand-up, the videos. I'm just trying to get my hands into a lot of stuff and networking with a lot of people. So,
That's
you know,
a
it's
fact.
like one door we all could fit in.
Cool.
You know, so that's the goal right there. You don't never see a door, don't look around and be like, oh, I know it's just me going in. Make sure you take somebody else with you, you know?
Like, yo, come on, let's go.
Competition is the key. Like, if you got competition there, get you hot on your feet. Like, knowing that
Facts.
somebody else there with you competitive and have that drive with you, it's good. Like, but me, it's like, you know, doing the stand-up comedy, it's with people that's like, I'm not from here. Or I don't really sit there and, you know, talk to them too much because I got a hunger. I'm like, listen, I tell jokes, but listen, I know where I need to be. Like,
Exactly.
I don't want to be here. I'm not
Facts.
with you. Like, how
Facts.
long you been doing this for? Nah, you're not doing it correct. You're sitting there with a
facts.
cell phone and you're writing paper. I'm on stage with nothing.
Yeah, just
Like,
don't do
no,
it.
I can't do this. I don't want to be in it. And then if I sit there and find myself, like, you know, surrounding myself with them,
Yeah.
I'm going to become them.
Yeah.
A local comedian. That's not me, y'all.
You international.
Yeah, so, you
feel
know,
me?
see yourself on TV. It might not be the goal right there. You might not see your future. You be around doing the little rinky-dink bars. But soon you'll hit to that big stage. I'm telling you, that big stage will come calling your way. Funny Bones, you know, Prothers, everything is always, it's available. Like, it's a Funny Bone in a million states, like every city right now. So,
Yeah, that's a fact.
and you
know?
can go there and do open mic and just look around, you know. That's one of the things, travel.
Fun fact, I used to work at the Albany Funny Bone, you know.
I didn't even know that.
On another note, competition breeds innovation. So if you're in a space or area and it's not a lot of competition, you might not be in the right area.
Yep.
Because you don't have no one to challenge you and to make you grow in that situation. Because it's always someone better than you that's going to inspire you to get better. True. First, if you know you're better than this person, you might sleep. You might be like the tortoise and the hare. Like, oh, I know they slow. I ain't catching them. I'm chill right here. Oh, they right here. Let me run to the next spot real quick. Oh, they passed me. So You got to be careful. Just stay humble.
Yeah, that's the big goal. Stay humble, and sometimes somebody that you competing against might not be better than you at all. Like you really might be better than them. True. No, you can be like 10 times better than them. They might just have certain people in their corners, So don't ever put yourself down, because if you felt like you did good and everybody else commending you and telling you did a great job, don't worry about what the judges and nobody else telling you, because reality, the answers was right there. The judges got paid for it.
Yeah, facts.
Exactly.
Reality, listen to the crowd. They came here to pay their money like you did to come in and perform. So
exactly,
that shit great people to listen to.
True.
That's a fact.
So we here at Proctor's Open Stage Media. Proctor's have a wonderful lineup this year.
It's amazing.
Tons of shows.
Yes.
Make sure y'all go tune into the website. Go check it out. All the shows for the kids, the family, for grandma.
Yeah, bring your family outside.
Exactly. From babies to grandma, for the shows that we got listed. So go check out Proctor's. It's the Nah I Mean show. Nah I
Mean. Also, don't forget to check us out on the Collaborative Effort website.
Yeah, we got y'all. So peace out, y'all. It's been a wonderful episode.
Nah I mean.